Today we're going to visit one of the most recommended places in the Netherlands to visit, and we're really excited about this one. Where are we heading, Lee?
Keukenhof.
Keukenhof, which is the Tulip Gardens, and it's the perfect time of year for this, and we've got beautiful weather. So we're going to get on our bikes and we're going to do a 20-minute cycle ride, and we'll take you with us. Right, we've arrived. I absolutely love these roads and the cycle routes. I think it's just amazing setup what they've got here. So if you do come into Holland with your motorhome, definitely bring your bikes if you have bikes or you're able to ride, because you're missing an opportunity if you don't. It's just so easy to get around. That took us 20 minutes. So yeah, right, anyway, we're here.
Locking the bikes up.
It's locking the bikes up, and we're just heading over there. All locked up.
From the site we're at, which we're going to show you later, so stand by in the video for that later, because we're going to show you. It's a lovely orchard, but it literally took about 15 minutes to get down here by bike. Plenty of bike parking. You don't come in the way that the cars come in, due to that's the car park. Even though that's here, we come in a side gate.
Yeah, I nearly forgot to take my helmet off and started walking. But I don't think tulips are that dangerous. I need to wear a helmet.
Yeah. We're just going to walk over to the main building where we have got tickets already booked. So we are in between 10:30 and 11 to get in.
You guys all right?
Yes, not too bad. Oh, good English.
Yeah. Which part of England have I met?
We're from near Salisbury.
Birmingham myself.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, got him. My Birmingham accent's gone after all.
Yeah. Definitely gone now, isn't it?
nice
Yeah,
one.
thank you very
Enjoy.
much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
There you go. He's from Birmingham originally, but he said he's lost his Brummie accent. Right, we're here.
Well,
Let's join the crowds.
Now, what I said at the beginning, saying it was one of the most recommended places to visit, definitely looks that way.
It does. So it's the kitchen garden, isn't it? It's the most popular one in Europe, is it? Taking my coat off because it is lovely and warm today, and we are literally don't know where to start yet. So we're just going to follow the crowds for a bit, head down, and try and see some of these lovely flowers, because the colours are just popping. Absolutely amazing. They've laid it out all very well, haven't they?
Yeah.
We'll have a look in there. Jodie's in her element, filming away all the flowers.
I'm getting some like I don't know, B-roll or something for this vlog.
Yeah, just to try and show you what we see and take you on our experience.
I've got my pink flowery top on today. Thought it was quite appropriate.
To be fair,
matching nails.
Yeah, you do look like the flowers down there, to be fair.
Oh, that's good. It's not bad looking like them, is it, really?
Oh, look, there's even a little pontoon thing you can walk out on over there.
One thing I have been asked, and my mum has asked me to get her some bulbs. I don't know if we can yet, but we'll have a look when we've finished here. They might have like a little shop or something. But I thought you can get bulbs from England, but maybe she just wants the Dutch bulbs from Holland. I don't know.
Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Just love the colours on them. And the red over here, well, that's popping straight out. I think what they're saying, these are the spring flowers coming out right now. So a lot of people were here to see that.
That one's called Sunny Leo.
And that'd be the ones just there. But looking at the daffodils.
26,000 varieties.
I never even knew that. I just thought a daffodil was a daffodil.
That come in yellow, white, orange, green and even pink. Daffodils originate from the countries surrounding the Mediterranean and Central Europe.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
So I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
26,000 varieties.
And all these like tulips have all got different names as well, so...
Yeah, lovely. We hear music, so we're all drawn to go in this way. It's not just the flowers that are well kept, but look at that grass. That's absolutely immaculate grass. How nice was that? We're just speaking to a couple of English people. They spotted we were English. Had a chat. They're here around the area for 4 days, I believe, and this is their must-see places. But he says it has changed from when he last visited in 1958.
Yeah, so it's a lot bigger. And
a lot bigger, more busy.
More tulips, more people.
More people, yes.
More popular now.
Yeah. But he was just telling us his story on that.
58, wow.
I No. Oh, still getting drawn to that music. And it's not actually a band.
I'm starting to march a bit.
Yeah.
Can't think why.
It's actually like a... Is it? What is it?
Oh, I forgot what you call them now.
Oh, you have to put it in the comments. What do they call this again?
It's definitely not a piano.
There's people all gathering around the back. Just trying to wonder what's going on around there. Should we take a little sneak peek ourselves? Oh, there you go. An old big wheel. Drum there.
Drum up there as well.
Big drum over that side. Looks a bit more like wild in here. So this must be, you reckon it's more like the wildflowers?
I don't know. It's just, yeah, probably. To give the effect of the, like being on a lake or something, yeah.
I think so, yeah, because we're walking all on these.
And you've got like a little waterfall here.
Oh yeah, I've got Waterfall. I was walking on a bridge, I didn't even know I was stepping on it. It was a bit wobbly. Right, let's go up these steps, see what we got up here then. Oh, nice, you get a bit more of an overview up here. Could we have found a piece to ourselves? Nice, tranquil piece. No one's up here.
Is that because there's nothing to see?
Well, there is, look.
Well, there is, but like not pretty
Yeah.
colourful flowers.
Not colourful ones, no. These are daffodils. What are these? Daffodils. Right?
I don't know, there's that many different types.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, we don't really know the flowers.
We haven't got a garden.
We haven't, no. Our garden is every time we're away in the motorhome.
Yeah.
That's our garden. So it's whatever's there at the time, normally just grass. Also, while we're here and taking in this beauty, this gem of the Netherlands, we just want to say thank you really to all the new subscribers that have joined us, especially on this
hello and
thank you. And we've had a lot actually come across to the channel from the Netherlands, so thank you for all your kind words and everything like that and your support, and yeah, we do really appreciate it.
I hope you enjoy our adventures over here and you continue to enjoy what we're doing when we leave as well. Really enjoying the place. It's
We
so
are,
lovely.
yes, we are, and you know, people are so welcoming. But on that note as well, keep putting it in the comments of recommendations, because it may not happen on this trip because this route's planned, like I said, but it may happen on a future trip.
And it helps others, and they can read through the comments, and it helps
definitely.
others if they're planning to come to the Netherlands.
And I'm not really sure what this is about. I thought it was someone selling flowers, but that must be ready to plant. For those that have got furry friends, you can bring them in. There's plenty of dogs kicking around. Oh look, there's no motorised lawnmower. It's just going with one that literally spins, but how easy is that to cut that grass? You just don't realise how big this place is. And look at this. What a gem. I wonder what that building is over there. We'll check that out in a bit. So I feel very peaceful and relaxed here. Even though it's crowded, I think the flowers just tend to make everything feel more relaxed.
And the open space.
And the
This
open
is really
space,
open here. And there seems to be quite a few people have gathered down this area, so it must be a popular area.
There we go, they're daffodils. Definitely, they look more like daffodils to me. And we've got a load of tulips and stuff like that, but very colourful. Hey, I was just thinking, how lucky are we? Did we just plan to pick a day where it's nice and sunny?
Are you going to buy me some flowers when we've finished here? I'm sure they might sell some.
Well, maybe. We've got some fake ones in the motorhome.
Oh, I can't get fake. No, when you've been here, you've got to get something real.
You've got to get real flowers. Tulips originally came from Central Asia and became fashionable in Europe in the 1500s. The Dutch were brilliant at growing, trading and developing them, and over time they turned tulips into a huge industry. That famous period called Tulip Mania in the 1600s also helped cement the flower in Dutch culture. Well, we just found a shop down here, so we're going to check that out. It looks like they've got glass tulips or some form of pottery type. We'll check their shop out. Again, very busy. Teddy tulips. What are these? Edible tulips.
So you don't have to get real ones, you see.
No, you don't have to get real
Chocolate
ones.
You wouldn't want to eat them though, would you?
No.
So pretty.
What, them ones there? No, you wouldn't want to eat them, no.
Tulips. But they're up there, yeah, there's some
Very
fake
nice.
ones. It's actually the pot as well I'd be worried about in the motorhome.
Yeah.
Is that like Delft stuff as well, do you reckon?
Yeah, looks like it, the blue pottery. I think everywhere on here is card only, so if you do come and you want to purchase something, make sure you got a card or your phone with your Apple Pay. There you go, look. 4 for €12. They're wood.
Are they?
Yeah, painted wood.
Well, that's a big one, isn't it? I think that one's just for show decoration. Don't think you can
I think
buy
so,
them.
darling. I know you like to go with the biggest and the best, but that's just for show.
What, in the motorhome? It'd take up half the blooming weight and space. You can sit.
Well, instead of having a flagpole, instead of having
your seat.
Yeah, well, instead of having a flagpole on the outside, we'll have a big tulip. Decent place to eat. Not sure of the prices though. But it looks like they do proper food. That looks nice, especially if that was like a little garden piece. If you had fish in there, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
It's just catching the leaves at the moment from the trees.
Yeah, there you go. There's another gardener doing his thing.
I think I blend in quite well with these, don't you think?
I think you're wearing the perfect top for today.
Yeah, not too far off the same colour.
Did you know there is around 40 dedicated gardeners here?
Oh, wow.
And they plant around 7 million bulbs every autumn. And that's obviously to produce everything we've got and seeing today. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I thought there would be a lot more gardeners if I was honest, but no, 40, that's still quite a lot. I've been thinking, the smile on Jodie's face, that we can't never go back to a house, because if we had a garden, she'll want every single flower planted in the garden now. So we're going to have to stick with the flat.
Yeah, I'd only want them in pots though, because I'd like a little bit of grass and then lots of patio, and then around the edges I'd like potted flowers.
It would look nice, because I can't believe there was this many flowers here, to be fair.
Because I couldn't control them properly when they're planted in the soil and they're in flower beds and that, because I just wouldn't have the time to...
Not got green fingers, love, have you?
Not like that, so
No.
potted ones, I think I could manage that.
Just to give you an idea on price, it cost us around €21 each to get in.
Yeah.
I think there's other things you can add on to that.
Whistle boat.
Whistle boat or something, we chose not to do.
I did research it and it said, because it's another €11 on top, so that would have been another €22 on top.
Yeah.
So it was just not really worth it in that respect.
No, not for
the time we've got as
whistle
well.
boat. Yeah, so the actual getting into the gardens, it is definitely worth the €21 just to see all this, because it's a one-off see.
And we are heading into Lisse later as well. So as soon as we're finished here, we'll be taking you with us to see what that's like.
Yeah, seen something pretty cool. So I'm going to go and join the queue and get on. But I'm going on to them stepping stones out on the lake. Well, this is a slightly different experience. I wonder how many people actually fall in. Then again, the queue is not moving. I'm half on the lake, as you can see there. And I seem to be just stuck here now. I'm going to try and get off this now and over this lake. Although it is good being on this side, looking up at the bank. I think in the end I just had to go round people, otherwise we would have been stuck there for ages. There's still people out there now that I overtook. That was quite a cool experience, something different.
The large pond is well over 150 years old and is the oldest extant part of Keukenhof. The original design for the gardens was made by the landscape architect Zoscher and Zen, and dates back to the second half of the 19th century.
So I've gone out on the other little stones. I think it's your turn to get out on them stones over there.
Yeah.
Just under that horse, but that horse looks stunning as well.
Are you going to meet me back round here?
Yeah, I'll meet you over here. Oh, and there Jodie goes.
Walking on these stepping stones.
I'm going to try and get a picture of her as well. She's going to make it across. Now I'm just starting to wonder, is this how adventurous we get these days? Let me just ask her. How was that for an experience?
Well, it's actually organised because you've got a rail down the middle and then you've got one set of stones on one side and the other, so you stick to the right as you go along. However, I was nearly holding people's hands because I was trying to film and hold the rail. So only one rail.
I was just saying then, is this as adventurous as we get nowadays?
looking at tulips and crossing waters with stepping stones.
Yeah, look at the orange colour in them.
It's quite nice, isn't it? It's kind of like waxy looking.
It is
isn't
waxy looking, yeah.
It's nice. Orange Toronto.
It's nice to be back in a t-shirt and in shorts. So I've had to put my trousers on for the last couple of days because the weather weren't too bad. But now, isn't it good to be back in t-shirt and shorts?
Well, I'm not in shorts.
I'm in shorts.
But I've got half of me out, so I guess, yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
nice.
might get a tan.
Yeah, I think hopefully it lasts more than today, but I think this might be the best day of the whole trip.
Well, I don't know. No, tomorrow's meant to be sunny as well.
Is it? We have different apps. I use the Apple one, and you use...
Yeah, I don't use an app. I go onto the Met Office and get the actual Met data rather than the apps. The apps seem to never give a true reading, and sometimes the Met Office ain't that great either.
Right, we're going to put the cameras down now for a bit, and we're just going to enjoy the gardens without the cameras for a little while.
Yes.
And then we're going to head off into Lisse.
That's the bikes parked up, and we are now in Lisse, which is only down the road.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes from the gardens.
Yeah, just literally 10 minutes, if that, to be fair, getting here.
Yeah, so we met up with our friends Dave and Debs from Cornwall and beyond, I believe.
And they do posts and stuff on Instagram, blogs and stuff of where they travel.
We'll put it down here on the screen, so in case I have said it slightly wrong, and then you'll be able to find them. So they do a lot in their van. They converted their own van, didn't they?
They did, and they travel all over.
Yeah.
So if you want to read a blog and see some lovely pictures of different places they've been, head over to see them.
First time we met them was in Zaragoza, and then we did see them again at the NEC, and now we've just met them again in the Netherlands.
And we had a lovely lunch.
Yeah.
So now we're at Lisse. Now this is the second part of the day really for us. So we're going to just see what this sort of town offers, because I believe it's only a town, and check out, we're in basically the centre. We don't really know much else about it.
So we've come out sort of in the centre of the centre, so we can even go that way.
Yeah. I think it's like a town centre.
Yeah.
I think we go this way.
Yeah, so we'll go down. For some reason it looks a bit more like we should walk down. What we've got to get used to is not walking in the middle of the precinct, because that's where the bikes go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on the dark side. Let's get over here.
Let's get over to and watch the bikes. Get over to the sunshine.
Oh, can you get with them new shoes?
Oh, look at that. you got to stand in them, because let's see if they suit you, because it might go with your top. I think it will go with your top, actually. Oh, look at that.
Ta-da!
Perfect match with the top. What do you guys reckon?
You know what they say about people with big feet?
Big hands. No different from like at home, really.
Well, there's another off licence there as well. If you wanted to get a bottle of wine or something.
Bottle of wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese. Neither is very good for you.
One thing I want to point out, though, someone did say that actually the reason Dutch speak good English is because their words are near enough the same, some of them, as English. So do you reckon that's wine? W-I-J-N?
Yeah, on meer is on beer.
On meer?
Maybe.
Yeah. Mead, meer, beer.
I don't know what the first one is, though.
Can be.
Don't know, must be the cheese or something.
Yeah.
Might be cheese, wine and beer. I don't know, I've no idea.
Yeah.
Well, for you guys that like your Lego.
That's a piece, isn't it? Hey, look, you even get tulip Lego. Oh, it looks like Lego. No, but it is Lego. I suppose it is a form of Lego.
Yep, it says bricks and more. It's just like a normal shopping centre, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah. Plenty of clothes shops in here.
That's got a very English feel to it in here.
It has, yeah.
Got Specsavers there.
Yeah, very English feel. Oh, look at these. Look at them ribs. Look at them.
They're
Wow.
huge.
And plenty of chicken and that. And chicken wings. Oh, that's nice.
Now we could have come and put the bikes in there, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could have.
It's a nice area to put them.
Do you know, they've even got a Holland and Barrett down here.
This is very much like where we first parked in Hulls.
A little bit.
This bit here reminds me of it.
Yeah, I think this is a bit more of a bigger shopping centre. But look, Holland and Barrett as well. Well, they like slippers.
The clogs, aren't they?
Clog slippers. That's what they are. Didn't know you can get clog slippers, but now you do.
Oh, look at the little ones. Right, one of the reasons we came to Lisse today was because we did a shop to get just some little bits, and we've run out of alcohol.
Yes, we have. The wine has gone, so we're going to pop in this shop. But just so you know, they're not far from where the Tulip Gardens place is. Then you can come here and get some shopping in if you need it.
Yeah, especially if you parked at the Orchard where we are. This is 10 minutes away, and that's about 20 minutes away on bike. So perfect. Right, let's get in here and get some bits. Right, that's us done in Lisse. It's definitely just a place to come and grab some bits of what you need. Just a normal shopping centre.
Yeah.
But very handy if you're staying at the Orchard where we're staying. Anyway, so we're going to head back there and we're going to show you around the campsite area.
Well, we are back at the motorhome, so it's time to show you the campsite, or the camping area.
Yeah,
We've stayed at.
It's on an orchard, so we'll show you a little bit of that, and there's a couple of shops and stuff, so we'll show you around there.
Yes, so first things first, you've got all this hard stand in here. Now they do have a camping field and they've got a tent field further around, which we'll show you. But as you can see, there's a lot of motorhomes parked here because it is an ideal stop for the Tulip visit.
That's all orchard land at the back there.
Yes,
and you can,
all round there.
You can walk round the set tracks.
Yeah.
But you've got to keep off where the main trees and that are.
Yeah, and it just says if you don't walk around the orchard at night in the dark, but you're allowed to wander around in the day. It's got a play park here for kids and stuff like that, and a couple of little shops. Now the price of this place is the most expensive we've paid.
So far,
yeah. Which is still reasonably priced. It's €19.50. However, that is no electricity. You've got basic facilities here. You have got a toilet and a shower in a, I suppose, a makeshift.
Like a prefab. We'll show you anyway when we go around.
Which is great, but yeah, it's very basic on facilities. It's mainly just to visit the orchard, visit Lisse and the tulips. Yeah,
and you reserved it, didn't you? So you managed to reserve a spot.
Yeah, so you can go on their website and reserve it in case it gets too busy. Now there's still plenty of space here and it's midweek, so it's probably not going to be as busy as the weekends. You have got bin facilities here, and this is like the reception. So you can come in this area here into the camping area. And as you can see there, for camping it's $19.50. If you was bringing a dog, that's €1.
There you go, and that says National Museum of Tulips.
That's a different place.
Yeah, it's a different place.
So you can go and see the museum. However, you can pay cash. So if you are paying cash, you literally just put your money in here, maybe your registration on the envelope.
He does come round as well. We've seen him come and visit another van that had come in, and we've got paid in Dutch written on our van now. So we knew we did that straight away because we knew we paid. He comes round, takes your money and sticks one of them signs on.
Yeah, they're just like a magnet stick, so don't damage your van or nothing. Also, you can hire bikes. Now, 4 bikes left here. There was more this morning, so people are out on them, but you literally just got to download the app and it tells you, going through all that, how to actually get your bike. So if you didn't bring a bike, no problem. There's plenty of places, even out here in the orchard, to rent out bikes. But this here is the camping field normally. But as you can see, no one's on it at the moment.
I think they're just letting the grass do its thing.
Yeah, it's probably been a wet winter here. It's like it has at home, I would assume, because it seems to be all this part of the world. And they're letting the grass dry out properly. Now, if we walk down here, you can see the sign for the toilets, male and female. So it's just male on the left, female on the right. And it is just your basic shower in there and toilet. So the other thing they got here as well is just through here is your chemical disposal. So it's literally in that, looks like a urinal. So you've got a place to get rid of your waste.
You've even got a place for the bugs to stay.
Yeah, bug hotel. But yeah, this is the sort of start of the orchard area, and you've got other things going on around the corner. I think that's like a shop. It don't look open, but it might be. It's dark in there, so I think that's shut.
I did have a look, and it did say that they've got like apples and pears and things here. So not 100% exactly what fruit they do grow here, but I know it's definitely, I think it's the small pink apples that grow.
Oh, okay. And what we did notice on our walk round, we've been walking around last night, is they had the walnut as well. But we can't see a sign for what these are. So they're obviously got the white flowers.
I'm sure they're apple trees.
You reckon they're apple trees?
Yeah.
Put it in the comments if you know. You can see from the sign, they usually have tents in there. I suppose when the season kicks off properly, you've got a play park just through there. It's actually quite a decent play park looking at it. And we did notice this shop actually. It looks like they do glass art type thing. You can see on the picture there.
And there's some next to you.
Butterflies. Oh, there is, yeah. Must make it out of this. You've got this courtyard area here, art and craft shop. You can have a drink and I believe some food in there. It's all on the site, so it's quite a nice place to come and relax.
It is a lovely little stopover, I think, because it's quite quirky, isn't it? I mean, you've got like the little shops around there, and you've got somewhere you can have a drink and have a little snack, and you've got places to walk. And when you've got nice weather like this.
Hopefully you've enjoyed our little explore of the tulips and all the flowers.
Yep, hopefully you have. We've really enjoyed it, haven't we?
Yeah, and I was going to say, how did you find it? It was a different experience for us, but I didn't realise how many colours and varieties of certain things there are.
Yeah, and you couldn't remember all the names. They all had name tags on them, but you couldn't remember all the different species of flowers. And one thing I am absolutely loving is the cycling and just being able to get out on your bike. And it's like the roads are set up for bikes, like they're set up for cars.
Yeah. Traffic lights and everything. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. It really is. And actually, we had a laugh on the way back because we had to stop at some traffic lights, and there was loads of bikes in front. And I said to Jodie, "Oh, traffic jam!"
It was like a rush hour on the way home, wasn't it?
I've never had a traffic jam on a bike before. So we are heading north now, I believe, aren't we?
We're heading towards Amsterdam.
We are heading towards Amsterdam. So stay tuned for the next one. That'll be on the site. We have got a campsite for this one.
Yeah.
It looks a lovely big pitch, so we'll show you all that. And we'll show you our tour and our experience of Amsterdam.
Looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that. I would like to say thank you to everyone that's supporting us on our Netherlands trip and watching and following along. Thanks to everyone that's subscribed. We really do appreciate it, and we will catch you on the next one. So until then, bye.
See ya.